Tell me something honest. When was the last time you heard her voice echo in your head, even when you swore you'd moved on? When was the last time you saw her name light up your screen, and your heart forgot everything it learned about self-respect? You told yourself she was different. You believed her when she said, "I'll never leave." But she did. And she didn't walk away gently. She ripped herself out of your life like you never existed. And now every song sounds like her. Every night feels like punishment. Every memory burns like poison. You keep sipping, hoping it'll hurt a little less next time. You replay the messages, the laughs, the late-night calls, searching for the moment she stopped loving you. But you can't find it, because she didn't fade, she vanished. You wonder, was it me? Was I too much? Too little? Not enough? And that's exactly how you lose yourself, by trying to understand someone who already replaced you. But here's the truth no one tells you. She didn't leave because you weren't good enough. She left because you gave too much of yourself. You made her your peace and she mistook it for weakness. This video is not just about her, it's about you. The version of you that gave everything and got silence in return. The version that still checks her profile at 3 a.m., still wonders if she misses you, still can't understand why she stopped caring. I'm going to show you why it happened, not in cliches, not in soft words, but in brutal truth that'll hurt before it heals. And before you keep watching, I want you to do something. Comment the last thing your ex said before she walked away, because by the end of this video, you'll finally understand why she said it. Now, take a deep breath, because what you're about to hear will change the way you see every woman who ever broke you. 1. Stop explaining yourself. The moment you start explaining your worth, you've already lowered it. A woman should feel your value, not hear a speech about it. When you justify your choices, over-explain why you were busy, or try to make her understand your intentions, what you're really doing is begging for validation. Smart men know silence has more power than persuasion. When you stop explaining, you force her to wonder, to fill in the blanks with curiosity, not contempt. Stoicism teaches that self-control is power, and sometimes control means saying nothing at all. 2. Never try to impress her. The more effort you put into being impressive, the more she senses your need. Women have a sixth sense for desperation, even when it hides behind a confident smile. Don't flex your car, your income, or your ambitions. Flex your calm. Flex your ability to stay composed when she tests you, flirts with others, or withdraws affection. A stoic man doesn't try to prove he's different, he simply is. And that difference radiates louder than any compliment or fancy gesture ever could. Remember, the moment you start trying to impress her, you admit she's the prize and not you. 3. Stop making her your mission. One of the most dangerous mistakes smart men make is turning a woman into their purpose. They lose focus, abandon their grind, and start living for her attention. Here's the brutal truth. A woman is drawn to a man who has direction without her. When your goals become her approval, she loses respect for you because deep down, she wants to follow a man who follows something greater than her. Your mission must always come first. Not because you're cold, but because that's how masculine energy thrives. The moment you make her your world, she'll start looking for a man who has one of his own. Or don't chase clarity. Observe actions. Women are emotional beings and they say one thing, feel another, and sometimes don't even understand why they do what they do. A weak man argues. A strong man observes. If she's distant, stop asking what's wrong. If she cancels plans twice, stop rescheduling. If she says she needs time, give her forever. Let her behavior be the message. A stoic man doesn't chase clarity. He moves on when confusion becomes consistent. Peace of mind is the ultimate flex, and walking away quietly is how you keep it. 5. Never let emotions make you reactive. Every woman will test your emotions, not because she hates you, but because she wants to feel your strength. She'll say something just to see if you flinch. She'll ignore you just to see if you crumble. And the moment you react, you lose. A stoic man feels everything but expresses little. He doesn't explode, beg, or argue. He stays calm, detached, and decisive. When you master emotional control, you stop being predictable, and unpredictability is attraction. Remember this: women are drawn to the storm, but only if you can stand in it without being moved. Say, don't over-communicate. Texting her every day, updating her on your every move, and constantly checking in is not connection. It's insecurity in disguise. Real attraction grows in space, not saturation. You don't need to remind her you exist. Your absence should do that for you. A woman values a man whose silence has weight, whose words are rare but meaningful, So don't flood her inbox. Make her wonder what you're doing. When you pull back, she'll lean forward. When you speak less, she'll listen more. That's the psychology of attraction. Space creates desire. 7. Don't apologize for being masculine. We live in a world where men are being told to soften their edges, to stop leading, to become safe. But here's the reality. Women may praise sensitivity, but they crave strength. A man who stands firm in his beliefs, who protects, provides, and commands respect, and that's rare now. And rarity is irresistible. Never apologize for being assertive. Never shrink to make her comfortable. Because the moment you start hiding your masculine energy, she'll start treating you like one of her girlfriends, not her man. Masculinity isn't toxic. Weakness is. Be the man she can't manipulate, not the boy she can control. 8. Don't confuse attention for interest. A woman can like your vibe and still never want you. She can flirt for validation, not connection. Most men fall for the illusion. They think attention equals attraction. But smart men don't get excited by attention. They get curious about consistency. Does she follow up? Does she make effort? Does she match your energy? If not, she's just feeding her ego, not your heart. Your time and focus are currency. Don't spend them on someone who only pays you in temporary feelings. So don't lose your frame. The frame is your mental ground, your emotional center. It's how you see yourself, how you react, how you move. Every time you let her dictate your mood, you lose your frame. Every time you argue, justify, or bend your boundaries, you hand her the steering wheel. A Stoic man never does that. He stands on principles, not emotions. He leads with direction, not desperation. When she sees that your mood doesn't depend on her, she begins to respect you. When she sees that her silence doesn't control you, she begins to crave your attention again. That's how attraction flips. Not through chasing, but through control. Conclusion. Listen closely, because this is what most men never understand. Women don't fall for men who need them. They fall for men who don't. They're drawn to mystery, to purpose, to silence that speaks louder than begging ever could. Be kind, but not available to everyone. Be understanding, but not emotional about everything. And most importantly, never let your peace become a casualty of someone else's chaos. Because the most attractive thing a man can be is unbothered. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.